Hi there, it's Natalie Sanderson, Diamond Leader with Doterra. I'm here to share with you some tips to help you have an amazing month. So to set yourself up for the onset. And probably the best thing I would say straight up is just to reflect about where you're at in your doTERRA business and what your goal might be, and to have a look back on your previous month and give gratitude and thanks for what might have happened in that month. So even if it was as simple as just saying thanks to new people that came into your life, it could have been somebody hosted a class, whatever it is, give grace and gratitude towards that. And then also, what learnings did you have? And how can you turn them around? So there might have been things that didn't go so well, but what do you take from that and what can you build on? So do that reflection first, and then think about where you would really like to be. What's your goal set for this coming month, and where do you see yourself being? Now, really believe that that's going to come true, whatever it might be. Put it out there, and the goods will come to you. So you need to manifest and create that. Write them down. Write them down is really important. And give itself a time. So I always will write down by the, and I usually try not to pick right on the end of the month, but say like towards the end of the month, I will be a diamond by the 23rd of May, and I will have 4 amazing silver leaders in my team, all of who have, a beautiful team of 3 elites each. And write down, and I will be so delighted and so happy and grateful for all that abundance. And I always like to put in, my family will be happy and healthy. I generally put that in always. So you can put in personal things when you do this setting, so that you've got that. So set your goal up, be really clear and specific. Then I would also try and touch base with your builders, understand where their goals are, where they're at. So even if you have a goal and it might be slightly different aligned to what theirs are, that's okay. That's fine. You don't need to push them into what yours is, or because theirs might be so far gone that you don't see yourself going there with them. That's fine. You can all build at your own level, and somebody who's enrolled you can surpass you, and vice versa. It doesn't matter. So this is your own business to build as you would like. So book classes is the next key thing. So set date, time, and location. Create the invite. I personally like to use Canva, and I create little invites in there and use real life little pictures, often of food that I've cooked in the past, or some beautiful lavender fields that you might find is perfectly fine as well. And put on there what the things might be that you might cover off during that. So it could be come and learn about natural first aid for your home, or it could be about mums and bubs classes, or it could be about mental health, how to cope, and how to avoid being a hormonal wreck, or things along those sort of lines, and how to settle down anxious feelings. So there's a couple of options. So doing up the invite, and then the next bit is the fear stage, which is sending it out to some people. So send it out to those who you think would really connect with that style of class, and invite them along. I like to have smaller, more intimate classes, and I would usually say up to around 5 people. However, I do know that I'd probably send it out to a couple more than 5, because not everyone's going to be definitely available when you send it out. But I always send it out believing that I'm really going to help these people, and I can't wait to share it with them. I'm really passionate about it. So put that forward and have that intention. Don't be too scared and timid about it, because you're there really to do it, to help change their life in the most beautiful way. So the next thing, I would also have a check-in. So you set your classes, have a look through, and whose accounts, if you've been building the business for a little while, is there any accounts that have been inactive or dormant? Is there some people in there that you can reach back out to and help re-inspire? Are there some that are about to go inactive that you can let them know that they can reactivate their account and receive a free peppermint oil? So there's all those little things to consider as well. I like to stack the classes at the beginning of the month. And what I would suggest to you is, if you really want to have an amazing month, that you think about it like you're actually going to go on holidays for the second part of the month. So you need to get everything done within the first 2 weeks. Excuse me. So that means that you'll go out and you'll do if you're going to do 2 classes or 2 or do a Skype session with anybody who's just received their oils, so they know how to use them. That's number one key. You want to make sure they crack them open, they're diffusing them, and put them on. The second thing is that you can open up the back office and show them how they can get new things in the future. As they start to learn, they may already come to you. And, I have people come to me all the time and say, hey, I've got this issue going on. I hear that I could get, this is a good oil for it. I researched it, which is amazing. Once they start doing that themselves, it's on a really good start. And you want to be able to show them how to use that back office and teach them about the benefits. So if they order before this date, the free oil that they could get, and so up to the 15th, if they order before then, that they could get a free oil. And, if they spend up to 125 product value, or there might be a 200 PV offer on for the month. So all of those little intricacies, you want to be able to teach them. The next thing I would also make sure that you do is, depending on whether they're a wholesale customer or they're a wellness advocate, just go over that back office and explain to them the different tabs that might be there, and let them know, should they have anybody that they think could help from them, that you're there to help share if they come across that. And if they purely just want to enjoy it for themselves, and that's fine, and you would be happy to reach out and share to any friends. If they wanted to host a little class, you could do that. So then I would also have a look, make sure you were doing daily posting, and try and encourage classes from classes in those first couple. So if you can get any classes booked for the later part of the month from the ones that you do in the beginning part of the month, would be amazing. And the beautiful thing too that you want to think about is that can help them pay for their own order. And somebody who has enrolled just that month can actually be the enroller of people enrolling that month too. So somebody brand new can host a class and be the enroller of the people there. And how they do that is they would start up, say it was May, they would do their enrollment kit and do their order at their class. Once they've been put into the system, you can then make them the enroller of all the other friends or people who they had invited along. And what you want to do is, for the person who invited the others along, you want to make sure that as you set them up, you make a loyalty rewards program order of 100 PV for June. That's already set in place. So then they'll earn the commission immediately, and they'll get that within a week. So that's so cool. That needs to make sure it does go through in June. Otherwise, doTERRA will do a clawback on it. And yeah, so our little key thing that we like to think about is the 2 + 2 + 2, and I like to say 1. So what that actually means is daily to be thinking about 2 people to reach out to that you could give samples to, 2 people that you could follow up that you might have spoken to before, and 2 people during the week. Well, it could be 2 people that you do one-on-ones with, or you might actually do 4 one-on-ones if you prefer to do one-on-ones, or you're doing live internet-based things, or it could be a class. So work that out, what suits you best, but you definitely need to think about having a class, inviting about 5 people, otherwise having a few follow-up one-on-ones. And lastly, I would also suggest that you do something for your mindset. So something really positive that can uplift your YouTubes that you might listen to, and you can have them on while you're driving or while you're doing things around the home that don't require a lot of focus, like ironing or something like that, and you can then absorb information and just uplift you. So you might want to write notes on the side sometimes, but I generally just like to absorb and take those in at that time. But I hope that helps you set yourselves up beautifully for an amazing month, and I look forward to hearing any successes that you might have. Remember too, if you're going for the higher ranks, that you map out exactly who the people are going to be the qualifiers and who their qualifiers will be once you're getting up to so like a gold and above rank. You want to know who the premiers are going to be, and then who the premiers executives are going to be. So write that all down too, because you need to have that mapped out and know where it's all going to happen. And it might then present opportunities for people that you can reach in and see if they are keen to have a class or be on board with building a business. And you never know what lays there. So really go open with an open mind and open heart. Thank you. I hope you like this. And if you need any help yourself and you want to reach out, then please do.